And here we are. First, I'd like to start. Thank you for watching. If you see this right now, there's a really good chance that you're watching a recording and I'm not actually live. So double check if I am. Folks, all the time ask if after I've done the live. So what we're actually going to do today is I'm going to do some tarot card readings, and I have a new admin, Joel. He's going to be helping me today, and he'll be posting questions up, so that must make it a little easier to answer them. And I have 3 viewers already. It's viewers like you that make this broadcast possible. So if you have questions, please go ahead and let me know, and we'll get started when we get some folks. We have now 4. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And there we go, like that. Hope everybody's having a great day. If you have a question, feel free to answer it. Okay, and let me get my screen up here so I can read it. All right, hi, Lenny, may I have a card, please? Vader's mom, you absolutely may have a card. And your card, Vader's mom, is you have the Ace of Swords, my dear. This is going to be a really good week for you to plan something. You're getting an idea, basically, and that idea is going to lead you to something. So what I would suggest is you're going to have like a moment of inspiration this week. You're going to have like this moment where like, yeah, that's something I should do. I'm your sign from the universe. Go for it, and it'll lead you to a good place. Just go with it. Thank you very much. If you guys have questions, just feel free to answer them. You can answer them, or you can ask me, and I can answer them to see the future. But we'll figure it out. All right, Jackie, may I have a card? You may absolutely have a card. Hold on 1 second for me. And your card, my dear, 3 of Swords, sweetie. I hate to be the person that does this in the next week or two. Somebody's going to hurt your heart a little bit. This is probably emotional too. You might get in a fight with your boyfriend or your husband, maybe a family member or something like that. But somebody's going to hurt your heart. Something's going to happen. It's going to make you a little sad. I use this a lot when I do my lives and I do my readings. If we get bad news, I always think it's when you're at the doctor's office. If you get a shot, it's better to know that it's coming, right? Something's going to hurt your heart a little bit. Don't go looking for it. But when it happens, just remember to breathe. And life is ups and downs. And for a down, you'll have an up. I'm sorry, Jack, but that's just what it is. I'm sorry, sweetie. I hope everybody's having an amazing day today. Terry. Yes, sir, Terry. I'm going to shuffle that. And we're going to go with just a really positive card versus a really negative card, see how that breaks. So we have the 7 of Wands. And I'm going to actually pull another card because this is important. The Moon. Terry, I'm going to be honest with you. The surgery on your heart, it's going to be more difficult. I hate to do this. It's going to be more difficult and scary. It's going to be a struggle to get through it. And then I had the Moon, and I'm going to end off with the Ace of Wands. You're going to have a little bit of a test coming through, but I promise you at the end of it, and I do, you need to just hold on to this. When things seem a little bit bleak, and I think you might not feel so well after the surgery, maybe going into it, you got a lot of anxiety. It could be different things. This is an illusion, and things will go through it because life is just a hard situation for you. So you have all kinds of blessings. I think it's going to get a little scary for you, but I promise you in the end, things work out and you're going to have you could feel better with the Ace of Wands. It's going to make you feel more lively and fiery and stuff like that, but it's going to be a little tricky getting through it. I'm sorry, my friend. And guys, this is kind of temporary setup here. I'm still getting situated, so cool painting and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll get a new background here pretty soon. Dalen, you're moving soon. Let's see what's going on with Dalen's move. Oh, yeah, you're moving, and I pulled you the Chariot, sweetie. You're off to Never Neverland. It's not. But it's amazing. You're going to have the best move, and when you get there, I'm sorry, my camera. There's spirits in this house. You're going to have the best move, and when you get there, it's going to make you happy. You're going to be like super happy. When somebody asks me if they're moving, and I pull the Chariot, yeah, you're made. You got it made, sweetie. You got it made. It's going to be a good move, and you're going to find happiness when you get there. You guys have questions? Bianca, your card, Bianca, is the 7 of Pentacles. With the 8 of Pentacles, my dark and lovely souls, I refuse to get bifocals. I'm very old. And you would think I know tarot cards, but anyway, you have the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is all about refining what we have. This is like if you've been working on something, sweetie, like an art project or a work project, I sense you got maybe like a project or something you've been working on. You need to refine it a little bit more. You need to work on it a little bit more. The 8 of Pentacles says whatever we have, we kind of refine it. We make it a little bit better. If you're an artist, you paint a little bit better. If you're not a little bit better, but you refine it, you go back and look at it again. Poetry, you go back and look at it again, if that makes sense. you'll be called in the next week or two on a project or art form, something you've put energy into. Look at it again and you can make it even better. Angel, what happened with my back and the pain I am in? What will happen with my back and the pain I am? I'm going to flick the card like that. We go like that. So we have the 7 of Cups followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Have you thought of something maybe that you're going to treat this a different way, or this is a call to do it? Make a choice to like work through, like, I hate to say this, but like if you're having back pain and stuff like that, you want to actively try to correct it. You want to work on the problem. And when you do, that's going to be a fortunate thing. You need to make a decision with your heart that you don't want to be in pain, that you want to move away from this, that you don't want to settle for the pain. The best way to put it. You might have to get like involved in stretching, walking, whatever it does. It might hurt at first, to be completely honest with you. But from that, you have the Wheel of Fortune and it's going to shift and you're going to feel better and your pain's going to go away. But I think the path to removing your pain requires a little bit of adversity that you have to come through. You have to self-motivate and get through it, if that makes sense. Jen, may I have a card? It's been rough at work and the dreams of me walking away have been nonstop. Plus my marriage situation is crumbling. That's not good, Jen. That's not good at all. Let's see if we got some good cards for you. I'll pull you 2. This is first one's for your job. 3 of Wands. Walk away. If you want something, life's too short. Life is too short. If you don't like your job, start looking for another job. That's that simple. You're only psychic to tell you this, but that's the path you need to be on. This is an affirmation. If you don't like what you do, life is way too short to be doing that. So just go. And the card backs me up on that. For your marriage situation, the Star. Have faith in your marriage. Do work on it a little bit. The Star is a really positive card, and the Star's about wishes and happiness and love and stuff like that. Before you give up on your marriage situation, really step away from it, look at it and see if there's something there that's worth working on. And I promise you, usually I tell people when a good relationship, you don't have to really work on it, right? But sometimes it's worth saving, right? Sometimes it's worth putting extra energy in if the person's worth it, or they're going through a tough time, or you're not seeing something, or you're feeling a certain way. When I pull the Star in relation to this, I really get a vibe that there might be something still there, even though you think it's crumbling. So my dear, step away from it, look at it with just new eyes, and then kind of read. And I think you'll find that there's still something there and kind of work on it. But career, go do something else. Marriage, hold on for a little bit, because I think there might still be something there for you. Purify and get rid of the spirits, my dark and lovely soul. Joel, you're doing an amazing job. Thank you. That's my admin. That's going to help me out. Goose. I got you, Goose. Break left. How's your love life? Call me Dr. Love. We're going to hit the cards like this. First card is Justice, and it was inverted when I pull it. Usually I don't use inversions when I do lives because it's just easier. But I'm going to take the inversion as I pulled it because I've talked to you before. You do. You really do with Justice out of balance. And I'm going to pull one more card just because. And then the Sun. Okay, so sweetie, your love life's going to get better. And I've said that before, but I mean it. And it just takes time sometimes. As Phil Collins once said, but somebody else before him, and I can never think of those people. You can't hurry love. You just have to wait. You're going to have love because you're owed it. You've been it's not been fair to you. It just hasn't been fair to you with Justice inverted like that. And I'm taking it that way. So that situation is going to change with the Sun card right after it though. So your love life's not fair right now. It kind of sucks, but it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It is. You're due. Feeling lost and without direction. I am sorry, sweetie. And this is for Angelia. Sometimes I can read. Sometimes I can do that, my dark and lovely souls. All right. 2 of Swords, sweetie. I'm going to follow the 2 of Swords. This is a card about decision, and I have a 2 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles. I want you to take yourself out of your heart and put it in your head. And that's easier said than done. But the 2 of Swords represents we have a decision to make. And usually when I do lives or really quick readings, I always say 2 of Swords is a decision with our mind, and the 7 of Cups is a decision with our heart. You're being called to make decisions with your mind. Step away from how you feel about things. I know that's hard to do. Like meditate, smoke a joint. I don't advocate. Whatever you need to do to put yourself away, have a glass of wine, do whatever it is to put yourself away from your emotional state, relax a little bit, whatever you have to do. When you do that, you need to look at your life more logically, not without how you feel about the situation, but like realistically, what can I do to move forward? When you do this, you're going to get out of that situation and you're going to be abundant. You're not going to have the loss. You're going to have direction and you're going to be actually kind of wise in it. So you're going to give other people direction. But to do this for yourself at this point in your life, my dear, you need to sometimes, and this goes for everybody who's watching, and this is just a good piece of advice in general. Sometimes we get really upset about things, right? And it will cloud the way we look at things. We have to step out of that, right? We have to kind of take a deep breath and wushwa and do all that kind of good stuff. And then when we do that, we can look at things more objectively. And then it's usually the solutions there. You know what you need to do. You're just kind of upset right now. So, sweetie, take a breath and breathe out and all that kind of good stuff. And you will be amazed at what happens. Keza, I'm in hermit mode. Sometimes it's good to be in a hermit. Sometimes we got to withdraw. Sometimes we got to become a wise sage. Walking the land with a big wizard beard and staff, looking for hobbits to send on adventures and stuff like that. Sometimes we got to be the hermit. Sometimes we got to be the guy in a Led Zeppelin album cover. I can't use words in my card deck like that. 7 Swords. Sweetie, you're out you need direction because you lied to you about something, sweetie. The 7 of Swords is really about deceptive energy that's around you. And then the 10 of Pentacles, this is odd the way that I'm going to put this is, I think the reason that you went into hermit mode is just, I'm going to swear on the internet. What do you guys think about that? It's just absolute bullshit because it wasn't true to begin with. It's a lie. And you just, 10 of Pentacles is like, you just have a happy, good home kind of thing anyway. But whatever puts you within there, I'll pull one more card. That's just interesting to me. Queen of Wands. It's just a complete lie. Just get out there. You're the Queen of Wands, my dear. Somebody has put you in somebody put you in a corner. So you're good at dirty dancing. Nobody puts baby in a corner. You get out there and start. Don't do that unless the dude's really buff, because otherwise you'll crash out. And just everybody else. You guys have seen the end of Dirty Dance, but you need to get out of hermit mode. Whoever puts you in that, they're foolish. They're lying. They're lying. So get out there and stretch your stuff. Like Saturday Night Fever. John Travolta singing and everything. Lightning Raw. Will my twin flame be coming soon? And will I fulfill my purpose? That's pretty deep, Lightning Raw. That's some pretty deep questions for... 10 of Pentacles, and you guys heard me shuffling. And then we have the King of Wands. That's funny, the 10 of the King of Wands. 10 of Pentacles, when I pull that for, is your twin flame coming? That's a happy, wealthy, and successful home. So I would say, yes, you're attracting your twin flame. But here's the thing about twin flames, my dark and lovely souls. Be careful with that, because sometimes you love too much, right? And sometimes twin flame relationships aren't the best. And I'm being honest with that. So anybody who's had a twin flame relationship will know what that is. So there's kind of a double-edged sword. Be careful with that. Guard your heart. And then will you fulfill your purpose? King of Wands, absolutely. King of Wands is, guys, if you don't know tarot, of all the kings, this is the most successful and charismatic of them, right? So when you pull that, you're destined for success. So I think your twin flame is coming, and I think you guys might have a happy and successful home. Be careful of your twin flame energy, because twin flames are dangerous as well as lovely. And then you're absolutely going to fulfill your purpose, my friend. You're just on the path to it. Just give it time. Give it time. Guys got questions? If I missed a question, that happens. Just ask again. It's not intentional. Wendy Young, may I have a card, please? The stress is killing me. The Moon. So whatever you're stressed about, sweetie, it's not true. Well, no, don't do it that way, because you're gonna be like, it is true, and whatever it is, it's gonna be. You want me to be all psychic and see what it is? It's love. It's love with Knight of Cups. It's how you feel about something. Here's the thing: it's an illusion. The Moon represents an illusion. The Moon is a beautiful card, and sometimes it can represent mysticism and all that kind of good stuff. But a lot of times, it represents an illusion that we have on ourselves, and it's not always like a vicious deception illusion, like the 7 of Swords. It's more of like just an illusion. It's this facade. It's a mirage in the desert, right? So you don't need to be stressed. You really don't. You need to Hakuna Matata. That just happened right now, my dark and lovely souls. I just did that. No, seriously, just don't. Whatever you're stressed about, it's not that as important as you think it is. Queen of Pentacles, you will get through this. You just rise up from it. You really will. The stress is an illusion, sweetie. Take a breath. It's very similar to the other card with the 2 swords. We think our heads, not with our heart. This is just, it's not nearly as bad as you think it is. So just breathe and you're going to get through it. You really are. I promise. I have 42 of you guys. Thank you. That's the answer to everything. Patricia. Is my life going to get better because I'm not in a good place in my mind? Please, can I have a card? Is Patricia's life going to get better? 7 of Swords. Let me pull one after that. 2 of Pentacles. You have to really want it. That's the trick. 7 of Swords is there's something, you're being deceptive about something in your life is what I get. And you need to find the balance. And please don't let that make you mad or offend you. It's not supposed to. There's something that you're not looking at right, or you're self-deceiving, and it's throwing you out of balance. And to be the happiest person you need to be, you have to get through that, and you have to find that balance. And that's kind of a deep question that requires like a deeper reading, but just on the surface, you might just probably know what that is. Don't lie to yourself about what things are. I don't mean that in a bad way, because I do that myself, guys. This is not a judgmental thing. We all lie to ourselves about the way things are, from how we look in the mirror to how people feel about us. Don't do that to yourself, because you need to find the balance within yourself. The 2 of Pentacles is all about finding balance, my dear. You want to find that balance, and then you're going to be okay. I'm going to split the deck for you. 7 of Wands. This is going to take some work for you, because I think you probably know what I'm talking about. Sorry, my guys, it's hard to get my camera's not focused. There we go. The balance that you're looking for, and again, I know this is way overly complicated for a single card question, but you're out of balance, sweetie. You find that. You really do. And you should know what that is, and you really need to get that back. And then you'll get into a good place in your mind. You start moving forward in really positive directions, but you got to get that balance back. As the Beatles once said, you got to get back to where you once belonged. Just like my camera needs to learn how to focus on me, which it doesn't want to do at all. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I got ghosts. I got lots of ghosts. Shuffling our cards. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Hey, Yvonne, you can absolutely have a card for luck. The sweetie, you're lucky. It just takes time. Your card for luck is 6 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, things are going to go good for you. And I know, just like Lenny Graves, you always say things are going to go through good for me. That hasn't hit yet. It is. Every time I pull your cards, I see success and wealth in your future, sweetie. You got it coming. You just got to kind of stick with it. You really do. And you have a good soul. You deserve it. We're really quick. We're at the 17-minute mark, so I'm going to do my commercial for the day. If you like I can't. If I can speak, if I can use the words to do it. If you like the way that I read cards, and I hope that you do, you can always get a personal reading from me at thelennygraves.com. That's the only way to get one. Don't accept substitutes. That's all anybody else tries to do. It's a scam. But thelennygraves.com, I do personal readings. You can buy books there, spells, all kinds of magical and mystical stuff. So you might want to check it out. And thank you. That is my commercial. We'll go back to our tarot reading. It's like that. I thought that was pretty cool. We can look at the Batman logo pop up. I throw cards and go pow, bang. If you guys are old enough to remember the old Batman TV series with Adam West. Guys got questions? Go ahead and ask them. There we go, Dawn. I'm going through a lot of crap right now. Can you pull a card and see what's ahead of me? Go like that. The Fool. Good times. Good times. It is. The Fool is really good for you. Just keep walking forward. Faith. I tell this a lot today. It's astrology. But there's some truth to it. The Fool is, so when you pull the Fool's really, I like the Magician's my favorite card in the deck, obviously, but the Fool is really one of the best tarot cards you can draw, because it's the universe basically saying, this is your time just to kind of move forward and get out there. So what's ahead of you is an adventure. Might it be a little bit scary? Might there be problems? Maybe, but the universe has your back. You need to get out there and have this adventure. Think of yourself, we do Lord of the Rings references all day, my dark and lovely souls. You're like Bilbo Baggins, right? Gandalf come to get you, and you're about to go have an adventure with the Fool. So get ready for it and just embrace the path that's ahead of you. But I'm not going to tell you what it is, because you need to go out and have that adventure. I know, cryptic wizards. Claire, Will you meet somebody new this year you can trust? The way you said that, sweetie, I'm sorry that someone last person was not very trustworthy. That makes me sad. We'll shuffle the cards here a little bit. We're going to find out. I'm going to shuffle one more time just because I can. Okay, clear. Split the deck. Justice. Absolutely, sweetie. I want you to be really happy today. Like, seriously, smile a bunch, because you asked a question about getting something that's due to you, and I get a sense it's something that was not given to you, right? You had a betrayal of trust, and then I immediately pulled Justice. Yes, this year you're going to be quite happy. I would even say before winter. Look like through by fall, and that's really cool. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. You don't have a dude with red hair and arms like tree trunks? Are you looking? You walk by? No, I'm teasing it. Let's see. The Magician. You know what? I'm not teasing. Manifest it. Believe in it. Work on it. That's what the Magician's all about. That's why I've talked to you before, sweetie. You need to believe in you need to believe that this is a thing that's going to happen to you. Not just because I say it, because you genuinely believe this. And also, really, I'm getting this vibe too with the Magician. Peter Steele, My Dark and Lovely Souls, typo negative. That's who I'm going to quote on this. Is in the Bloody Kisses album cover. There's a really good quote about, we can never really find love or happiness in another person. We have to have that in ourselves. And when we have that in ourselves, then we find it in other people, because we always have it. Sweetie, make sure you're living just your happiest, best self, and you're not looking for love to make that happen so much for you. Does that make sense? Because when I pull the Magician card for that, you're really in a manifestation mode. So what you believe is what's going to happen. Make sure you 100%, and you're happy too. You don't want wanting energy. You want happy energy, and that person's going to manifest for you, because I have seen it. I know it's going to happen, but we got to open up the gate to let him through. So manifest it. Be the Magician or the Witch. Must be the season of the Witch. I'm going to start singing. Well, it's not a Lana Del Rey song. I think it's a Donovan song, but you covered it pretty good. Samantha, I've been stuck since my mother died at the end of May. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Hold on one second for me. Let me look at your cards and see if I can give you some direction. The High Priestess. Let me pull one more card after that. And then the Queen of Pentacles. So, my dear, this is... I don't do medium things, but when I pull the High Priestess, first of all, that says to me this feminine energy in the heavens and the spiritual that's watching over you. So don't take this as like a medium thing. I'm not John Waters by a long shot, but I really have the sense that your mother's energy is with you, and she's positive. She's looking over in your life. So walk with that. Queen of Pentacles, walk in yourself. Think about your career. Think about the projects that you're doing and stuff like that. Focus on that, because your heart's in a hurt place because your mom and stuff like that. Focus on the practical and the real, like your career, your whatever your form of expression is, or art. We all have something that we do, right? My Dark and Lovely Souls. That's what the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to pull one more card. Eight of Wands. This is going to change your energy from that stuck, sad energy to it's going to cause you to kind of come back to life a little bit more. And I promise you, and you already know this, but this is just another affirmation from the universe, especially with that High Priestess card when I pulled it. Your mother wants that for you. Obviously, she wants you to go and just live your happiest and best life, right? You're going to be fine. Just kind of be in the physical and just kind of move forward. Lead you to a whole bunch of new ideas and direction. We got a question from Holly. I'm going to check the time really quick. My Dark and Lovely Souls have a few minutes left. My inner self is in a whirlwind. Can I get a card for direction? Absolutely. Holly, you need to kind of do your hands like that and just bring them up to be like Shredder, not Shredder, Splinter, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Eight of Wands. And I just got that to split one more time. It's Queen of Cups. Listen to your heart. It's a heart song, oddly enough. That's really just horrible, isn't it? That's now you need direction, and you come up to some guy, and I'm like the owl in the Tootsie Roll commercial. It takes 3 licks. That's not a real answer, but it's true. When I pulled the Eight of Wands, it's all about ideas coming into us, right? And with your inner self being a whirlwind, it kind of goes along with that, right? All the wands falling together like arrows from the sky. But then I follow it with Queen Cups, right? And so that's about happiness and emotional fulfillment and love and stuff like that. So let me split one more just for clarity to the 10 of Cups. Take all that whirlwind that you have and find the things that make your heart happy. This could be a person, this could be a place, it could be your kid, your friend. What really makes your heart sing? Focus on that, and that will calm down everything else, and that whirlwind will become just a focused beam of direction. But listen, it wasn't heart that sang listen to your heart. Don't even listen to me, you guys. It was Roxette. Wow. But you should listen to your heart. You should listen to your heart. You shouldn't listen to me when I tell you who sings songs, but you should listen to your heart, and that will lead you to the right direction. It really will. I know it's kind of lame, but Deanna, my husband left again. Not complaining, but I need a kick in the ass and point in the right direction. I don't even need to use my cards, but I'm going to. All right, Knight of Wands. You pull 3, Emperor, Sun. You're going to, wow, that was really good 3 cards that I just pulled for you. So check this out. You're on the real path to be in just some amazing stuff with the Sun and the Knight of Wands and everything. I'm not even making that up. That's just like a ton of good stuff. So you're not complaining that your husband left again. And I'm going to say those cards say that's a good thing. This is an ending of a chapter of your life. And something amazing is going to happen to you. Once again, I would let go because it doesn't sound like this is the best relationship to begin with. That's the vibe I got. Don't have any holdups or anything like that. Go out and find somebody who actually really strokes your passion, right? Just start living your life again. I think maybe get a sense I'm in hold for a little bit. So get out there and just live. What I would say is, like the previous young lady, follow her heart. You need to follow your passion. And those are kind of related, but you know what I mean? There's a difference between what we're passionate about versus what we're emotionally invested in. I guess it's best fire versus water. But that's the direction is like, I'm not going to tell you to go get a job somewhere or something like that, or you should look for a guy at a certain street corner or anything like that. What I am telling you need to do is that you have not been passionate for a while. Be passionate. Let that fire stoke and do the things you want to do. Go to concerts, stay out late, get in trouble, misbehave. Let's see what time we got. I probably got time for one more question, my dark and lovely souls. And that's going to Brittany. Really needing direction right now on solidly moving home and reconnecting with my soul tribe. Yeah. All right. 6 Wands. We got that again. The Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. How to solidify moving home. You need to manifest it, and you need to have a plan for that because you're kind of already destined for it, Brittany. These are all, again, good cards. Queen of Pentacles means you're going to come to success with the 6 of Wands is success card, and the Empress is the goddess blessing it. Everything that's happening here is kind of like you're on the path you kind of need to be. You need to just I don't know the best way to put this. This is the theme for today, my dark and lovely souls. We need to get out our hearts or get out of an emotional state. Today was brought to you by Emotional Confusion. And that's, everybody does this. This isn't a shot at anybody. This is the truth. I do this myself. Is sometimes we get wrapped up in how we feel about things or where we are, or the only things that we can see in the temporary. And you know what happens? We lose sight of the things that are just right in front of us. I would suggest you step away from the emotional aspect of this and look at everything you need to do to get from point A to point B, because you're destined for success. It's the same as the earlier readings. This is your guys' stars today. The things that you're wanting to do, you're already destined to succeed, but you're too much in your head about it. So rather than going up, doing what needs to be done, and I have done this myself 1,000 times, is we get in our head and we procrastinate it, right? And that's just kind of what that is. So Brittany, just kind of get out of your emotional state, get into your mental state. Because like I said, I'm not going to tell you that you're going to go on October 3rd and you're going to meet this all that kind of stuff. No, you need to follow this path. You need to walk where you're walking, but you're already on a good path. You're just kind of second guessing it. You don't need to. And so my dark and lovely souls, on that happy note, I am going to go ahead and log off here. But before I do, you guys get one more question or one more commercial from me. If you like the way that I read cards, and I hope you do, I always say that, you can get a personal reading at thelennygraves.com. I offer anything from short 1-minute recorded videos to we can do an hour-long demonology kind of thing. All kinds of creep stuff happens. I also sell spells and books, all that kind of fun stuff. So check it out at thelennygraves.com. If you haven't liked, subscribed, shared, all those kinds of things, you guys, if you would do that for me, it helps me immensely, especially on the YouTube platform. I am going to go like this. You guys are rad. Have the best day. Go be amazing. My followers, I got the most amazing followers on the internet. I love you guys. And it's anticlimactic.